Have you ever felt like your relationship is shifting and you can't quite put your finger on why? When a woman no longer loves you, the signs are often subtle, but recognizing them early can save you from unnecessary heartache. Remember, Stoic philosophy teaches us this powerful truth. While we can't control others' emotions, we can control how we respond. And that response, it's the key to staying grounded and growing through life's challenges. Emotional intelligence plays a vital role here. It helps you tune in to the little shifts in your partner's behavior and mood. These insights deepen your connection and guide you to respond in a way that ensures both of you feel heard and respected. Every relationship is a journey, a mix of joys, lessons, and sometimes heartaches. What truly matters is how you grow and what you take away from those experiences. Before we dive deeper, a quick reminder: if you're enjoying this content, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. It's the best way to stay connected and help spread the timeless wisdom of Stoicism to even more people. And one last thing, if you find today's content helpful, drop a 1 in the comments. If you think there's room for improvement, leave a 2. Your feedback means the world to me and helps me do better for you. Now, let's explore these important signs together. The first sign, a decline in communication. When communication starts to fade, whether in frequency or depth, it's often a powerful signal that something might be changing. Those once effortless, deeply connected conversations, they may start to feel different, shorter, more superficial. You might notice her responses shrink to one-word answers. Her enthusiasm fades, and the openness you once shared, it begins to close off like a door quietly shutting. Communication is the heartbeat of any relationship. It fuels intimacy, understanding, and connection. When it falters, distance creeps in, subtle at first, almost unnoticed, until one day that gap feels impossible to bridge. Pay attention if she stops sharing her thoughts, feelings, or even the little details of her day. This isn't just a small shift. It could hint at something deeper. Imagine a man who once cherished nightly chats with his girlfriend, those moments when they talk about everything, from work to their dreams for the future. Slowly, her responses become dismissive. The laughter fades. The meaningful discussions vanish, replaced by silence. Heavy, uncomfortable silence. At first, he tells himself it's just a phase, but soon he can't ignore the truth. Her disengagement reflects a growing emotional distance. If left unchecked, this quiet disconnect can lead to heartbreak. Recognizing the early signs is critical. It gives you the chance to act, to understand the silence, and to rebuild the bond before it's too late. Remember, discovering the why behind the change is often the first step toward reconnecting and safeguarding what matters most. Stay present, stay aware, and never underestimate the power of meaningful conversation. It could make all the difference. The second sign, a lack of interest in spending time together. When she stops wanting to spend time with you like she once did, it could be a sign that the connection in your relationship is fading. Someone who used to light up at the thought of shared moments now declines invitations, prioritizes personal plans, or dives into other activities without involving you. Shared experiences are the heart of a relationship. They spark laughter, deepen connection, and create treasured memories. When your partner begins to pull away, choosing friends or personal hobbies over spending time with you, it might reveal a shift in her emotional investment. Imagine this: a man once shared joyful, memory-filled days with his girlfriend. They laughed together, enjoyed dinner dates, and looked forward to movie nights. But over time, things changed. She started saying no to his plans, preferring nights out with friends instead. At first, he brushed it off, hoping things would go back to normal. But as the distance grew, so did his heartache. One day, she asked for more space, leaving him confused and deeply hurt. Recognizing these signs early is crucial. It allows you to approach the situation with understanding, calmness, and wisdom. Instead of forcing her to stay or ignoring her feelings, focus on clarity and composure. Sometimes the best way forward is to address the changes together, protecting both of you from unnecessary pain. The third sign: emotional withdrawal. When your partner begins to withdraw emotionally, it can feel like the warmth and connection you once shared is slipping away. You might notice small, unsettling changes, fewer compliments, less physical touch, and a reluctance to share her deeper thoughts. Over time, these shifts grow more noticeable, a decline in intimacy that leaves a void in the relationship. At first, it may seem subtle. She no longer takes the initiative to talk about her day, and those once effortless, affectionate gestures, like holding hands or a quick kiss, become rare. But as the emotional distance deepens, it can leave you feeling lost, uncertain, and searching for answers. Imagine this. A man once enjoyed a deeply affectionate and connected relationship. His girlfriend was warm and expressive, always sharing her thoughts and sprinkling their days with small, heartfelt compliments. But slowly, things changed. The meaningful conversations began to fade. The once familiar intimacy was replaced with silence and emotional distance. By the time he realized the depth of the issue and tried to fix it, she already felt unsupported and withdrew even further. Recognizing emotional withdrawal early is essential. It's a chance to approach the situation with calmness, empathy, and understanding. By creating a safe space for honest communication and working to rebuild the bond, you can not only save the relationship, but also help rediscover the harmony and love you once cherished together. The fourth sign: increased criticism and dissatisfaction. When she begins frequently criticizing or complaining about seemingly minor things, it might signal deeper dissatisfaction within the relationship. Instead of addressing the root of the problem, her focus shifts to pointing out your flaws, whether in your actions, decisions, or even personality. Imagine this. A woman who once admired her boyfriend's ambition now criticizes how he manages his time or handles responsibilities. What used to be a source of pride becomes a target for frustration. This shift doesn't just create tension, it undermines the relationship's foundation. Instead of feeling supported, both partners can become trapped in a cycle of negativity and arguments, building walls of resentment and disconnection. Consider the story of a man who ignored his girlfriend's growing complaints, thinking they were harmless. At first, it was little things, how he dressed or checked his phone during conversations. But those small critiques grew louder. Arguments became more frequent, and the love they once shared felt overshadowed by constant dissatisfaction. One day, she finally expressed her unhappiness and left, citing his inability to understand or support her feelings. Recognizing this pattern early is essential. By actively listening, opening the door for meaningful communication, and addressing the core issues together, you can break the cycle of criticism. This isn't just about fixing problems. It's about creating a space where both partners feel valued, understood, and supported. With effort, you can rebuild the connection and nurture a relationship that thrives on trust and mutual respect. The fifth sign: talking about a future without you. When she starts making plans for the future that don't include you, it's a sign worth paying attention to. Whether it's discussing a new job, planning exciting trips, or pursuing personal goals without considering your role, this could reflect a growing disconnect or a lack of commitment to the relationship. Picture this. She excitedly shares plans about moving to a new city for career growth, or organizing a getaway with friends. But as you listen, you realize something's missing. You're not part of the vision she's creating. What once felt like a shared dream now seems like a solo journey, leaving you wondering where the relationship fits in her life. Think about a man in this situation. His girlfriend often talked about an exciting job overseas or upcoming adventures, but her plans never included him. At first, he brushed it off, believing she was just focused on her ambitions. But as time passed, it became clear she wasn't factoring their relationship into her long-term vision. A man who values himself knows that a healthy relationship requires mutual investment and shared alignment, especially when looking to the future. If you notice this sign, it's crucial to pause and reflect. Have an open, honest conversation to understand her intentions. Then, thoughtfully consider your next steps. Sometimes, reassessing the relationship is the first step toward protecting your emotional well-being and finding the connection you truly deserve. The sixth sign: she no longer supports you. Support is one of the foundations of a healthy relationship. When your partner stops caring about your efforts or achievements, it may be a sign that she's emotionally disengaged. Think back to when she used to celebrate your successes. Her excitement mirrored yours, and her encouragement lifted you during tough times. Now those moments feel different. If she responds indifferently to your achievements or quickly changes the subject, it's worth taking note. You might even notice she shows little interest in your challenges, projects, or life goals, leaving you feeling unseen and unsupported. Imagine a man working tirelessly for a promotion he's been dreaming of. When the day comes, he eagerly shares the news with his girlfriend, expecting her to share in his joy. But instead of celebrating, she offers a brief, "That's great," and shifts the conversation to her own interests. Over time, he begins to realize that she no longer listens, rarely shows enthusiasm for his efforts, and isn't present in the moments that matter to him. This lack of support leaves him feeling isolated, disconnected, and questioning the relationship's strength. Recognizing a lack of support early is crucial. It often reflects deeper issues that need addressing. Open communication and understanding are key to uncovering what's really going on. A thriving relationship requires mutual emotional support, where both partners uplift and encourage each other, sharing in life's joys and challenges together. Without this foundation, it becomes hard to build the connection you both deserve. From my perspective, even more painful than the physical distance is when someone withdraws emotionally, no longer wanting to walk life's journey alongside you or dream of a shared future. It's a heart-wrenching realization that the relationship may no longer hold the same place in their heart. But these signs aren't here to bring despair. They're gentle reminders that a strong, lasting relationship requires effort from both sides. It thrives on mutual emotional investment and shared dreams. If you notice your partner no longer cherishes your joys or accomplishments, don't lose yourself in sadness. Instead, remember this: you deserve to be loved by someone who will stand by you through all of life's triumphs, struggles, and uncertainties. Valuing yourself is the first and most important step toward finding a love that is truly fulfilling, a love where you are seen, celebrated, and supported. In summary, when communication becomes infrequent or loses its depth, it's often a sign that she no longer feels compelled to share her life with you. This growing distance can show up in subtle but painful ways, like her reluctance to spend time together, declining invitations, or prioritizing other activities over your company. Emotional shifts are another unmistakable sign. If intimacy and affection fade, or if she begins to withdraw emotionally, it can signal a growing divide. An increase in criticism and dissatisfaction, even over seemingly minor matters, might reflect deeper frustrations or unhappiness within the relationship. Perhaps most telling is when she talks about her future without including you. This lack of shared vision, paired with indifference toward your achievements or goals, where support and encouragement once thrived, can indicate that the connection is slipping away. Recognizing these changes early gives you the power to respond thoughtfully, whether it's through open, honest conversations to rebuild the bond, or making a difficult but informed decision about the relationship's future. Taking action is key. A healthy relationship demands mutual care, attention, and effort. Acknowledging when things aren't right is the first step toward either growth together or healing apart. Every shift in a relationship is a poignant reminder. Love cannot thrive without consistent care and nurturing. When communication dwindles, it's not just casual conversations that are lost. It's the gradual erosion of a deeper connection between two souls. This lack of sharing, understanding, and presence can leave both partners feeling emotionally empty, often without realizing it until the gap feels too wide to bridge. When a relationship enters a challenging phase, it's important to calmly recognize the signs and approach them with both empathy and confidence. Understanding these struggles isn't just about fixing problems. It's about creating opportunities to strengthen your connection and build a relationship that can truly endure. Have an honest, heartfelt conversation with your partner, but remember, every experience, whether joyful or painful, is a valuable lesson. It's not just about resolving issues, it's also a chance to understand yourself more deeply and recognize your worth within the relationship. Do you have thoughts or stories to share? Leave a comment below. Your experiences might not only help you navigate your own journey, but also inspire and support others who are seeking advice. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss future content. Taking the right steps in your relationships today can lead to greater happiness and a solid foundation for the future. Let this knowledge guide you toward personal growth and help you uncover the deeper meaning and fulfillment you deserve in your connections.